Habari,
Karibu,
Kwa Vizazi Vijavio. All right, y'all, we are back with another video today. I am super excited about this one. Super duper excited. I can't wait. So today I want to talk about our connection with Africa, African Americans, and our connection with our African brothers and sisters.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that I thought of was like, I think it's kind of crazy that we don't know any of our family that actually lives in Africa, right? Like I have family in different parts of the United States that I know, that I've met and things like that. Well, why haven't I never met anyone from actually Africa? You ever think about that? Why we don't know? I don't know one cousin, one auntie, one uncle, anybody from actually that lives in Africa. And I just think of how I would have viewed Africa if I just knew a family member or at least someone from Africa who I could speak to where maybe I can even go visit them. Like, hey man, you need to come out to Africa and come see how we get down in Africa. So, and then the media messed us up so much growing up that, the images that they showed of Africa was so bad, it made us all scared.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, I don't want to go there,
Never ever want to go there. But as we've been learning about Swahili, we know that it's beautiful. Africa has a lot of beautiful places to go and to visit, and it would be wonderful. It would be an honor to be able to know that we had an ancestor, somebody out there in Africa that we could talk to, visit, go over their house, eat some of their food. That'd be great.
That would have been awesome. Just imagine that. Wow, we could have been able to, learn the foods. And of course, we're trying to learn the language and stuff. So that's such a great point.
Yeah.
And so, we're watching some videos on YouTube.
Oh, my gosh.
And so we come across this video where the Breakfast Club is talking to Kevin Hart. And there's a lookalike who looks just like Kevin Hart, who's from Zambia. And, they bring up, that, have you noticed this lookalike that looks just like you, Kevin Hart? So let's talk about what Kevin Hart had to say about the lookalike.
I mean, this is sad to even read, but
so let's talk about the video.
Yes, so this is from the Breakfast Club, and this is Charlemagne. He said, have you ever done your ancestry test to see where your roots come from? And then here's Kevin Hart. He's like, yeah, all the time. Then he said, F no, Charlemagne. And then Charlemagne's like, I'm just trying to see if you got family in Zambia, if that's the correct saying, because everybody's saying that, yeah. And then another thing, Kevin Hart responds and says, who cares? Who cares?
Who cares? So let's just talk about that for a minute. Let's not just read all the way through it, because I want to
address that. Like, what?
I care.
Yes,
I care.
We care.
And more of us should care. And it's sad, someone who has the outreach that he has, the platform that he has, the money that he has no interest in knowing any family members from Africa. But he sure wanted to go to South Africa and make that money, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Didn't have a problem doing that, did he?
That's crazy.
No problem.
I seen that, and this is probably old news to you all, but it's new to us. And so that's why we're bringing it to you. But we saw this interview, and then shortly after that, we seen that he was on a plane getting ready to go to South Africa. So we don't understand. Like, I don't get it. I thought that he was rude and very, very disrespectful in that answer.
I definitely thought he was very rude and disrespectful also, but it just lets you know, like, how a lot of us African Americans actually feel.
Yes.
And a lot of it really stems from the media to begin with. And for us, once again, not knowing anybody growing up from Africa.
Right.
Most of the time, I met two people from Africa. I met a guy named, I'm not sure, I don't even think he's actually from Africa. It's just his family's from Africa. He's African. Mm-hmm. But, his name is Sylvester Kimmy, and there's another guy named Jeff Nadeau, and I know his mom was from Africa. He was a good friend of mine. Mm-hmm. And we played on the basketball team together. Mm-hmm. But other than that, they never even talked about Africa or nothing. Like, basically, Sylvester did a little bit, but, the way we viewed Africa at the time, we clowned them. not knowing any better. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So to hear Kevin Hart say that is
it's pretty sad. It's really pretty sad for him to be such a what do you want to call him, a superstar, and be high on the totem pole or whatever. Somebody that this lookalike seems like he's inspired by Kevin Hart. He's still doing imitations of him and everything like that. It appears that it didn't offend him what Kevin Hart said. I'm not sure, but I feel like Kevin Hart was just wrong for doing that. Because he has a big platform and he could say, I think we should all look into our ancestral history, and maybe everybody would have. That was an opportunity for him.
That was a great opportunity for us to bridge the gap with African Americans and Africans. That would have been a great gap because he has the platform, he has the cachet, so to say, to be able to do something to make a big impact in bridging this gap.
Yeah.
And he chose the clown and thought it was funny. And then they was laughing. I'm like,
I was like,
shit ain't funny.
It's not funny.
I don't find it funny. You know what I mean? He said, do you want to have a connection with the motherland? Like, basically, like, why wouldn't you want to check to see if you can have a connection with the motherland? And he said, then what? That's not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
When people want to find out who their family are, then go through this awkward meeting. Awkward meeting? Let me ask you something. How awkward was it for you to go and do a show in South Africa? Was it awkward for you to go meet the South African people out there? Was that awkward? Oh, but you had no problem doing it then. Ain't that funny? Yeah. You was already out there. Maybe you have family from out South Africa. I don't know. I'm just saying.
So you want to go out there and make the money, but you don't care though.
Right.
But the money is what's important to you. But you're going to go and say something disrespectful like that and don't even think twice about going out there and making the money, not even apologizing.
Not even apologizing, because he didn't feel like he had nothing to apologize for. He found nothing wrong with what he said, and it's just sad. So my question is that have any of the African people ever wondered the same thing I'm wondering? Like, hey man, I wonder, do I have any family members who actually live in the States that y'all can get to know us a little better? Because I know the media has depicted us in a way that's untrue. And they intentionally bridged this gap between us so that we had no interest in going over there, and y'all had no interest in getting to know us, right? So even some of the African people that move out here, they act like funny with us, and they seem like some of those people, they believe the
whatever
media,
they heard,
and the stereotypes about us.
Yeah.
So that's our video today. It's just something that was really heavy on our heart. We want to know what y'all think. We want to know how y'all felt about what Kevin Hart said.
Yes. It struck a nerve in us.
Definitely struck a nerve in us, of course.
So we definitely want to know.
We definitely want to know how y'all feel about it. Let us know in the comments. Till next time. Kwaheri.
Kwaheri.